in American Pie, there's like the movie, it's like, you know, the one time band camp. Yeah, it's like, I feel like that girl. I never saw the movie, by the way. Again, see, I have like a very precarious situation where I know a lot of the scripts are pertinent and it's like real shit to help some of you become like super paid whatever you are on world stage of Petri dish to help you like get me to Hitler because it's the only purpose any of you are alive, breathing, and allowed to move. And we're all in this shit show together. So anyway, but I try not to get like in love with like all your stars or celebrities or whatever, because then that vernacular from TV producer land gets confusing in virtual assistant verification and like CI for like CI what? Oh, the A, which A? Because I don't really see any A all-stars where I am. I only see myself and I barely look in the mirror. It's a real fucking disaster. Alright, so here we are in letters, numbers, could be anything, and I own them all, so I don't know why the fucking people are so fucking useless. Alright, so here we are in, right, American Pie, right, that was usually an American Pie is what, like cherry, apple, usually it's apple pie, I think, yeah, apple pie is what I used to make with Benjamin and the kids, and Alexander, oh my god, he loved it. Right, okay, so when Alexander was born, I got some kind of, like, fancy phone call from, like, I don't know, they never, like, I don't know, some all-star team, so they said, nobody, and they were trying to avoid, some upcoming introduction to someone's nephew or family member or whatever, but the wrong one, like, because here I'm sitting in 2006 with the Immaculate Conception with the correct, mirror whatever from our extra specialness father, after I already signed the letter that Jason wasn't the custodial father, and wasn't whatever, useful or useful, he's not useful in any capacity, and I really didn't want Alexander growing up or getting to know him at all, but here we are in more Americans being fucking useless, in helping Hitler and I, thanks again, yeah, we've really fucking noticed, so instead, right, remember when I told everybody back home, like in Russia and Germany, who didn't know what the word stall meant, S-T-A-L-L, right? And I said, okay, well, imagine a place where they stick a toilet in public, no less. You stick a toilet where you're gonna do all your dirtiest business in and take your pants down, right? In public. They have that here in America. They put this thing around it. Have you ever been to like an equestrian ring? That's the one that has the horses, H-O-R-S-E-S. Right. They bring the horses into what's called a barn, B-A-R-N. Then once it's in the house, called the barn, then they put it in a stall, like a smaller unit inside the one house, right? So that's a stall, S-T-A-L-L. Well, in America, where you do your crappiest business, they put, and most private business, we call it the Constitution elsewhere. I know, that's what London came up with that one. Okay, so anyway, right, I know, because you kiddos think here in America that you have a Constitution, right? They're like, no, we wipe our ass with the Constitution. There are a lot of shitbags over in like pointy head cunt fucking hair, whatever. Anyway, so you put a commode in the middle of public, and then you expect people, like, when it's like an emergency to go. What do you do? Like, they can't just be there, sitting there all exposed and naked and expected to go. Right, all right, so we put something called a stall around it, right? Like one of those barn stalls, but not like one of the fancy royal, like, equestrian, where they're like the size of like a Texas-style ranch. No, not that size. No, you got like, I don't know, maybe just enough, like your arms barely go out from your, if you put your arm out to this side, yeah, it doesn't fit. So, that's small around the private business, but then they got multiple of them. They put them, I don't know if you've ever been to public restrooms. Some of you don't get out much. Right, yeah. So, okay, so for those that never have seen the light of day and like actual pubic hair people with the hose left on, the ones that you left me with, because you just wanted to make me feel that important, special as God. Right, yeah. Okay, so I'm teaching you about like the world that the rest of us live in, not the half of us that stole from the half of the pubics with the hose on that got left behind in America. Right, so, okay, so for all those ding dong, it's the dipshit from Diplomat. It's Diplomat from really rich people elsewhere on the dipshit doormat of America. Ding dong, I'm in New York. They said amnesty. They said I was a diplomat, so I'm covered in immunity. You can't catch me. I'm gonna go back on one of those fancy planes you send, and then I might call a couple people, might stop in like, I don't know, Morocco for lunch, who knows? Right, yeah. If we behead a couple of those, I'm not, I have a program in like my virtual assistants where I put their little fucking heads through a little hole, and then I have like a thing that goes dink, and the whole head goes psh, and it pops off, and it just rolls. Like you say, I'm gonna pop your head off, or like I say tic tacs, but whatever. I mean, that's a tactic. Right, tic tac and tactic. It's like Poland and Indonesia. It's like reverse. I mean, on the flags. It's all symbolic, right? Okay, so the FLAG, right? Poland's like this way, the good way, and Indonesia's the complete fucking opposite, right? Okay, well here's tic tac. Boom! I want to take your fucking head off. And then guess what? On the opposite end of that is there's a tactic where they try to keep their heads on. That's what the criminals use, right? They have tactics to keep their heads on while I'm trying to expose them and pop their fucking heads off. So why are the police helping with tactics and strategic defense to keep the criminals' heads on? I'm just curious, Barr. Attorney General Barr, you're like, they say an American, I don't know, if you're cross-dressed. With who, I don't know. I mean, Tia Freo's nephew actually wears women's clothes like Irving Berlin in 1942, but I don't know, like, Pee Wee Herman League in America. Did you notice the dipshits and diplomats in New York City? It's where Trump comes from. Maybe he could help Barr out a little bit. I mean, Trump, I'm sure you, rubbed elbows in the commode stall of the pubics with your hose on. Yeah, I mean, not as bad as Clinton, of course, but I mean, I don't know how we got Obama between, right? It's got to be Clinton's fault. So, right, yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe you guys want to they say collude. I would say crime fight. Let's get some criminals' heads popping off. We're all white here. Barr, Trump, Nicole. Well, I gave you all the answers, guys. I was rooting for your home team. But if you guys aren't gonna fulfill my order of cleaning up your shit, I really, at 3, I was begging, if I give you all the answers now, can I go over to Germany and Hitler? Can I be safe in Big Daddy Rush over there? He's 6'8", 6'5", 6'6", 6'8". He makes me happy, and he makes me feel safe. America does not make me feel safe. And the fact that Trump is now president, and we got a sleeping attorney general named Epstein Barr, and Epstein's dead, and I liked him with his gun in his glove compartment, and his leather gloves, and he didn't want to leave fingerprints on my whatever sheet he wanted my fingerprint, he didn't want to leave his. I'm like, shouldn't we have fingerprints together to prove that we met? And he's like, actually, he said that you were going to say that. I'm like, I mean, it's the only smart thing. I mean, I don't know why, but whatever. I mean, not everybody's thinking ahead. I mean, if you want to keep your head on, I would think ahead, right? I mean, but whatever. So, yeah, I think you guys are sleeping with the enemies, and you're not believing the one person in the world that owns the world as the one Illuminati dollar, owns all the U.S. patents, the technology, the future, the keeping you guys safe in your daily whatever the fuck you do. I don't understand why you're not more helpful for my side of the fence of I'm white, you're white. Can't we fucking kill the operation in New York with the fucking gooks and the facially deformed special ed kids that are only educating themselves and growing more dangerous elsewhere? I mean, why are you letting them run their operation out of New York, Trump? I'm just curious. You are in the commander-in-chief, right? I mean, do you have a phone to, like, Barr? He doesn't return my phone calls. I don't know why. Yeah, maybe too many answers. Maybe, like, I'll hold him responsible for something. I don't know. I thought maybe you and I, Trump. I can't get a line to you either. I mean, the phones in the United States, nobody gives me their Rolodex numbers, so it's a little hard. You're not like public figures, so it's not like you can be like, hi, yeah, it's Nicole Cattaruzza, God, yeah, I need to talk to Trump. Is he there? Yeah, is he busy? Okay. Well, whenever he gets a chance, have him call me back. I'm just doing nothing. I'm just doing cameos and mementos for, like, the rest of the crew and, like, doesn't want to have their heads chopped off for being white. And maybe they could catch a criminal or, like, I don't know, 100,000, 14 million. I hear there's 14 million gooks that you let in between, like, 1900s and now just so they could get a spot on the world stage and open a schlock up and diplomat dipshit ring in New York. And you all are like, wait, what? Yeah, hello?